Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jish and today we're going to be doing a watch party on Brickhouse Builds' latest build. Now, you know me, I love building bikes. I always do these time-lapse videos and they're the reason I'm here doing what I do today. So I thought I'd share the love and watch one of the latest videos that's just come out. Brickhouse Builds, or BJ if you like to call him, really cool guy. He's a really cool builder, done some really cool projects. And his latest build, the CX500, is no exception. It's a Scrambler off-road, go-anywhere kind of bike, very similar to the GS250 I did, but obviously on a lot higher scale, bigger engine, bigger bike, so on and so on. And his fabrication is absolutely incredible. So yeah, I'm going to put some headphones on and we're going to watch this almost hour-long video of how this bike comes together. And yeah, just go with the flow. All right, let's go. Let's see what he's cooking up this time.
This CX500 build started out as a basket case, with the bike coming to me as a literal pile of parts. The goal for this bike is to be a highly capable and functional machine for multi-day adventure rides on BDR routes. For this reason, ground clearance, fuel capacity, and gear carrying capabilities are top priorities. I can confidently say that I met these goals, which you will see, so be sure to stick around until the end. If you want to know more, just know that this time-lapse is made from over 20 full-length videos where I explain in detail how I do everything that you'll see me do to this bike. If you want some great tech, I highly recommend you give the playlist a watch. Otherwise, let's get started with this epic build.
Perfect intro. Laying the foundations down, telling everyone what it needs to be, telling everyone what they need to hear. And yeah, you can see he's definitely got his work cut out for him. Starting with a pile of bits is never easy. It's like having a jigsaw puzzle and then having to work it out how it all goes together, rather than having a full piece that you then take apart and can kind of get the idea of how it's gonna be. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
Enjoy the video.
Funky music. I like it. I've always liked the CX500s. They are such an iconic looking bike. YSS shocks, they are a good suspension brand. I've used them in the past, really like them. Very nicely built. And I'm guessing they're slightly higher ground clearance with the adjustability on them, so that's always a good thing. No messing around, BJ, getting straight into it. Look at the bars, man. You can see the type of bike it was and what it's going to be. It's one of my favourite parts, actually, just like stripping everything down. Oh, complete fork upgrade. I didn't catch what they were from, but let's carry on anyway. Well, straight fit makes things a lot easier. High risers. Very similar bars to what I used on my GS250. Slightly like more tame. The GS is a smaller bike, so you could get away with a bit more of a heftier look on them, but they look like they're going to be a nice piece. What's he doing here? Okay, clever. Get it straight in the middle. There's a big chunky bit of aluminum, or as I like to say here, aluminium. Oh, those bandsaws, man. I'd love one of them. They look so handy. Nice. Very simple piece, but he makes it look effortless to make. But I guarantee it's one of those things that goes flying out your hands if you're not careful.
One spacer.
Very nice. Even just getting the geometry right, knowing what you need to do and how much you need to space out beforehand is it's not an easy thing to do. Oh, I hope he paints those forks, man. I'm sure he will. We're only at the start of this build. We've got an hour of this, so no doubt he'll... Oh, he's gonna... What's he doing? Oh, brave man. I wouldn't have even thought to take those apart, to be honest, but fair play. Smart. So the main reason why I like watching these kind of videos is because we all have our little ways of doing certain tasks and jobs, and it's the little things that you think, oh, why didn't I think to do that? It makes all the difference. Like, if I ever do a wheel like this, like, I know that will be a valuable thing to do to know how it all goes back together, what rotation, for balancing reasons and so on. So, yeah. Just a few more times you got to do that. Some effort, that is. Well done, mate. Well done. I guarantee that took a fair amount of time. The new hardware makes all the difference. Okay. Yeah, slightly wider wheels, I assume. I don't know my Honda Goldwings or CXs just because I've never worked with them. I've never looked at the specs of them, but I did it with the XJ where I got a Virago rear wheel on the XJ650 because it's slightly wider, smaller profile, just that meatier look. But again, that was a straight bolt-on, bolt-off job. No modifications needed, unlike this thing. Ah, that is a nice true wheel. Look at that. Bit of ASMR. Those engine bars as well, man. Exhaust always fascinated me with what people do because they are very finicky, especially as you can see here, especially with the headers and how they kind of sit to the engine. I was having this conversation earlier today that, like, why do bike exhausts have such an unusual way of mating compared to like cars and stuff like that? Because I'm used to a lot of like car manifolds and exhausts and stuff where they're just a lot of gaskets and flanges and O-rings and stuff, but these you have collets and crush washers and stuff. Fair play. I'm going to say that so many times in this video. But that's a good starting point for the exhaust. He's going straight in for the good stuff. Like, you can't beat an exhaust video, man. It's so satisfying, a bit of TIG welding. It's very therapeutic. You just got to take your time and just go with the flow. And find the shape as you go along. That's what I find best. You obviously have an idea beforehand what you want to do. Hence why you put the muffler up there, but you kind of find the route as you need to as you go along. Is he going to make a 2-into-1 now then? What a fit! I'm guessing this is going to be for the hanger. We'll see. That's got a really nice shape to it. That fits the frame just right. You don't even really see the joint on the T-piece. Like, that's really nice, really clean. See, I'd have probably gone slightly higher with the exhaust if it was me, just because of the style of bike. But you know what? It's still gonna be very functional with the kind of riding he's gonna be doing with this bike. Modifications. Let's see what he's got going on. That's the thing with these CX engines. They're such an easy thing to get out. Heavy, so mind your back. Ooh, I could feel that on his toes, man. Doesn't look too bad. Good, nice base for it. But with any bike that you need to get, you have to do a fuller service, kind of just well-being check, really. Just to make sure everything's good before you start modifying, going ham. Yeah, subscribe to his channel, man. Love his stuff. Really nice guy. And obviously, while you're at it, subscribe to this channel too. We're trying to get this channel just as good as the first channel, if not better. Just because I want a bit more freedom and flexibility with this channel to do more stuff like this. So yeah, if you like it, subscribe, press that like button. That means I know you like it. Oh, the blowtorch, first time in this video. I wonder how many more times it's going to come out. Absolute staple in the bike building world. Nice. Clever way of getting. I'm guessing. I'm going to call it the bell housing. The bell housing off. Look at that. Honestly, such an unusual engine. Is that water pump or oil? Oh, excuse me. Cam. Again, not familiar with these engines at all. Yes, BJ doing some nice little transitions as well. Ah, that's cool. Wow, brave again. That's what I like with BJ. He really kind of steps it up a notch and kind of like thinks outside the box sometimes with these sort of modifications rather than just like using standard parts and just going straight in there. He's modifying further, more for purpose reasons than actually just aesthetic reasons. Oh yeah, nice and clean. I like how he's putting these little intervals in where like it's just noise rather than music over the top all the time, all the way through, because you get a feel of like what he's doing, because welding, grinding, sanding, it's all very laborious stuff, and sometimes it's nice just to hear the actual like machines doing the work.
Smoothed out.
Nice.
Ready to go.
Fresh seals while you're at it, Gotti. Oh, he's just doing all fresh gaskets. Looks a bit cleaner as well. I'm guessing he's giving it a bit of a wipe down before putting it back on. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It is water pump, but it's connected to the camshaft, so it's like driven directly from the cam rotation to spin the water pump. Oh yes, carbs are always again therapeutic to watch being done. So all you have to sit down at a nice table, get everything laid out in front of you. Ultrasonic cleaner, carb cleaner. Honestly, I really enjoy doing carbs. I'm making some tabs so we can lift the fan off the radiator. I wonder what the fan's off. A lot of fabrication already in this bike, but he does a good job, to be fair, so working with his strength, I guess. My weakness is wiring. I hate it. I'll avoid it at all costs if I can. Hence why I go down the Moto Gadget route if possible, because it's just far easier. Nice. Okay, he's moving the tank then, again. Brave. But I know he's done this before, and he always does it well, so. Back in with the good music, man. See, I thought about doing this kind of style of video on Twitch. Let me know down below if you think this is something that you'd enjoy watching live as we go through. I think this would be much better in a live format, to be honest. I'd happily sit here and talk to you guys while we're having a watch party, watching some of these things. I think it could be done quite well. He knows he's doing a good job there. Oh, interesting. Look at that again. Beautiful welds. Oh, what's that in the background? That little pink kiki. I must see more of that. Ah, okay. He just makes it look effortless, man. If that was me, I'd have to spend like 2 weeks trying to do it. Trying to get in and then get myself around to do it within 10 minutes and then just like, that's over. But 2 weeks preparation for sure. Okay. So he's making the engine braces again, but properly. Again, a lot of work, man. Tube notcher, nice. I like to see the kind of tools that people are using to like kind of for what they do in these videos and the work they put into the bikes, because I know it's not everything, but at the same time, if it helps the job and get it done, then yeah, it's brilliant having the right tool for the job. Slowly but surely, I'm building my tool archive. Nice. Oh, that looks almost like a Triumph bobber headlight where it's mounted from the bottom. Really nice kind of headlight. These lights are good because it just takes any like clutter away from the handlebar, from the forks. And I really like a nice clean kind of like fork setup. Ah, okay. Rubber mounted, looks good. So it's like, rather than just modifying and bolting on a headlight, he's actually thinking of the function again. Making sure that, like, yeah, he's all covered. This bike will last the test of time, guaranteed. Nice. Perfect circle. Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, he makes a headlight mount, whereas I made one for my GS. I keep referring back to the GS because it's a similar sort of style of build where it's like functional, ride anywhere kind of thing, but he's done it on like a much more beefier level than I did. My brackets were good and they worked, but these are going to work. You could literally hang off these and they'll be fine. Nice. Well, whoever gets this bike is going to be a very lucky person. There's a lot of work in this. That looks good. That looks really cool. Unusual, but I like it. I'm guessing his hand shaped that a little bit. Yes, he has. You can see there's a little bit of a bend in it to fit the shape. But again, how strong? I would no doubt melt the plastic if I had a go. Correct. It's looking good already. I say what he does with that back end. That's what's really going to like transform the bike. CAD Master. Cardboard aided design. Cannot beat it. Ah, this is going to be the electric tray. Neat. So neat. See, he tigs everything. Like, not once he's brought out the MIG welder. Whereas, like, I like the MIG because spray and pray, man. Spray and pray. Ah, okay. Oh, he's mounting it in the frame. That's a brilliant idea, because I always worry about like somebody chopping the cables around the back, and you know, you want to kind of deter them as much as possible. And doing it like that makes it very difficult for people. To the time and the music. I don't know why I expected him to do a back end chop, but he hasn't, and you know what? I think from what I've seen, it still looks great, so it just goes to show not always it's the case when you have to do it. It's not always the case you have to chop the rear end off to make a bike look custom, look cool. Even I'm learning things here. Anti-gravity. Genius, using a little mini block of metal just to hold it up so we can weld it in place. It's the things that you don't think about, honestly. really nice. Really, really nice. And that's the seat latch system. Use one very similar in my XJ build. Okay, he's making an aluminium seat base. I always use mine, make mine out of this material called Dibond because it's aluminium plastic composite. It's lightweight, you can bend it, it doesn't rust or anything like that. There's nothing, like, to be honest, I probably should use aluminium. It's just a bit more durable, a little bit more sturdy, but you use the tools that you got around you, and I've never had any issues with it. Ah, nice. Oh yeah, he's got his lathe, hasn't he? I'd love a lathe. Absolutely love one. Very interesting method. It looks like one of those stops that you see on the end of a walking stick or something, but hey, if it works. It's just there to obviously like spread the weight and the load, but it works, man. That is a hefty pan, man. Like, he doesn't mess around. When he builds things, he builds them to last. That's right, he's making this bike so it's got like extended like luggage capacity and fueling capabilities, because he wants to ride this on long journeys, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does here. He's so clever with this, like knowing how to bend that in a way to make like a complete loop, but on a certain size and shape. I wouldn't have a clue. Like, I'm not that clued up. I'm just being really honest with it. Fair play. .200 mile range. Okay, fair play. That's it's pretty deep. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's getting himself into. Okay. I don't know what it's like over there for the price of materials, but I know over here metal is so expensive at the moment. And some of these materials is just not that solid bar. Yeah, wouldn't know what to expect with the cost. I'm guessing that's like kind of annealing the metal so it makes it more malleable without like kind of stretching it. Nice. Neat job. Bet that stunk though. Wow, the kind of like arc light reflects in the headlight. Bit weird. I like that. So stripping it all down now so he can actually like start kind of working at it piece by piece, clearing things down, painting them, prepping them, powder coating, whatever he chooses, and then yeah, builds it back up into the final bike. But he's done all the fabrication work now, so yeah, this is like I enjoy this part, depending on what happens, because like some parts can be that crusty and cruddy that you break them, snap bolts, so on and so on, but hopefully you won't run into anything like that. There you go, leave the engine where it is and take the frame away. I like it. I'm guessing he's just reinforcing some areas. He's getting bits chromed as well. I wonder what's going to go chrome. Yeah, nice gloss black. Forks, man. They're simple enough, but they drive me crazy. And that little bag trick makes all the difference with you pinching a seal or not, and I wish I knew that earlier on with some of the forks I've done. Saved myself a few quid, that's for sure. Oh, they look good in matte black. Will that have a shroud on? I don't actually know, like a mesh. Oh, they look good, don't they? They're finished really well. The final drive. Again, I've always been too scared to take those apart, but he's done a very thorough job of cleaning everything out and replacing everything near enough that you need to. So it is basically a brand new bike. I wonder how long it took to do this entire build for him. He's quite quick, to be fair, compared to me anyway. I take my sweet time. Oh, wiring. You know what I feel about how I feel about wiring. He's literally doing it like properly. Bare loom, taking all the shrouding off and the electrical tape, and then obviously taking off what he doesn't need. Oh really? Wow, okay. He's really stripping it back. That is a very nice, neat job. He must be a psychopath, man. Now, fair play. Like, it's one of those, like, if you know what you're doing and you've got the right time and the right, like, kind of mindset behind it, you can do it, and it's really enjoyable to do. It's just when you get the gremlins, that's the hard part. These systems, I would like to try one of these in the near future. I know he's an ambassador for the company, and yeah, but they look very handy, especially when like motor gadgets are so expensive. So I'd love to see the price point in those and how I can use one in future builds, I guess. He's just showing off now, isn't he? With all this fancy, nice wiring. We get it, you can do nice wiring. What's next? Oh, is that the exhaust all chromed up? That looks good. No exhaust on it, but I'm sure he's going to be starting it. Nice. Yeah, he's jammy. Bit of a tune, I'm guessing, but other than that. Looks fantastic already. Already. Yeah, of course. That makes a lot of difference. Fair play. Nice. Still sounds really good. Of course you do.
Full choke. Power on. Ignition.
It sounds good. Nice. Oh, okay, he's putting it through its paces then. he's brave. I guess it's built for purpose. Crazy guy, but I love it. Down the dusty tracks, man. Yeah, I think he's happy with that. Okay, now he's just showing off.
I like that.
Oh, knowing me, I'd fall right off, man. It's got a cool bit of land by him to be able to do all this. I bet it is. Oh, look at it. It looks fantastic. Brilliant. Brilliant, BJ. And of course, the final shots. Can that seat as well? He's done a really nice job on that. Yeah, that is a cracking little bike, and it's really cool to see how he kind of works and how he works on these bikes and his thought process behind them and how he modifies them, because obviously he does it very different to me and other builders that are out there. But we all like ultimately have the same goal, which is to have fun. There you go, fun on any surface. Fair play. It looks good. It looks so good. Even next to the old Honda. What a transformation, eh? Well done, BJ. Well done. Oh, there's some nice little indicators. They're really cool. How muddy it is. So I think now might be a good time to just mention that BJ is a really cool guy, which I've mentioned before, but here we go. But I will be meeting him in the next few months, and I will be potentially riding this bike we've just watched get built. How cool is that? I'll be talking about more of that on the main channel. I will probably be putting some posts out on Instagram, so make sure you follow us down below, check it all out. Yeah, follow BJ if you don't already. I'm sure you already do. I'm sure you're already like a fan of his work. And yeah, if not, just go and check him out, go and subscribe. He's doing really well on YouTube, and he's got a new workshop underway which looks incredible, and I'm going there for the kind of reveal, should we say. I'm going to be filming all of it, of course, and yeah, hopefully you like this video. Hopefully this has been a bit something different for you and a bit fun, and I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed watching this build process, because I usually do it in my own time, but actually like doing it with you guys in mind as well just makes it that extra bit special. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Peace.